See, the New World Order for the black man came in with the coming of Master Farad Muhammad. You know, now we talking about two New World Orders, right? One is really an old world order, and one is an ancient world order that went to sleep, you know, and like the Sphinx is resurrecting itself, you know, is wakening up this ancient world order. The New World Order is what the Caucasian wants to put in place. And he does it so slow, real slow at a creeper. It's a creeping way he does it. He'll make a move so slow it'll put you to sleep. And then you'll forget about what you're here for. You'll forget about what's happening to you. You know, then he'll do it again. So that way, the next generation, you know, they have no idea how it was with the old generation. And each generation, you know, the old generation, they don't drop nothing on the new generation, no science. And then they forget about why they're here, how they got here, where they came from, and where they're going. You know, so that's some powerful game that the white man or the Caucasian, you know, putting on us. Now, I'm going to sum it up, but then I'm going to, you know, be hitting on some key points like the summation now is that they think that they're getting ready to capture the whole planet and rule the whole planet. You know what I'm saying? So, but they tribes are positioning themselves to be the sole ruler. So we're talking about the Anglos. It broke off into many branches. You know, many tribes. The Saxons, the Normans. It's a bunch of little European tribes. The Aryans. You know, what they call themselves, the Zionists. You know, it's a bunch of little tribes. But it's one at the top, you know, that got these tribes facing off. And he's doing it through the control of the fiat dollar, see. He controls all through that fiat dollar. That fiat dollar is the greatest game that he ever presented, you know, con game that he ever put down. And in one of my other videos, I was talking about Pharaoh and his magicians against Moses and his rod, almighty rod, see. So that's where we stuck at in all these various movements that we have, and we fragmentize with different thoughts, different names that we call ourselves. One brother, I seen a video on YouTube, he said niggas was what we used to call ourselves, you know, N-A-G-A. And that's some new information. Whether or not it's true or not, I haven't researched it out. But it's like this, man. You know, with me, if we the original man, we invented language and just about everything it is, then we could call ourselves anything, you know, that we want to call ourselves. But when you call yourself a certain name, that means you're in a certain frame of consciousness nowadays. The more, say, you call yourself a black man, and the white man got black man meaning something messed up, and you can't never be a nation in the United Nations. You know, man, I don't care about no United Nations, man. They don't set the standards. You know, we had the stand. You sound ridiculous to me. If you trying to get back to your place, we ruled the planet. We was all over the planet. We had civilizations long before they did. So, you know, we set the standards. You know, and the Moors set the standards to the Caucasian when he came over here. Y'all say y'all gave him the Constitution, but he double-crossed y'all. You know, and that's his nature. You know, that's why we call him the snake, or the devil, devious. You know, Satan. You know, and so all he do is, you know, throw out something, and if you go for it, then, you know, who the fool? You the fool. But I ain't never, man, never, ever been tricked by the devil. I've been tricked by my people, my mother and my father, because, and all y'all have, because they went along with Satan's system, which was a trick system, you know. And that's been happening for a long time. When you go along with something, that's on you, because you got the power of choice, you know. And if you choose it, you know, you can't complain about it, you know. And whatever happens, you know, you went along with it. But then you got the resistors, like Jesus. That's all Jesus was talking about. I don't care if y'all think he's real or not real. He was a resistor. And all that other stuff about him up in heaven gonna come back, you know, that's somebody else's way they looking at things, you know. But Jesus don't say that even in the Bible. He don't say that he coming back. He say, I'm gonna send you a comforter, you know. But he don't say he coming back. He don't even say he don't even say he dead. You know, it's all in the Bible, man. It's the way you read the Bible, you know. And you got to have divine inspiration or divine revelation. Everybody ain't got that, you know, because they suckers, you know. They want to be suckers. And you got to have that. You got to have some sucker bills, you know. You got to have suckers, you know, and you got to know when you're being played on. You know, you can't play on nobody. See, my grandfather was a con man, and you could count on greedy people who want something for nothing. You know, lazy people who don't want to do nothing. You know, want somebody else to always do something for them. You could play on them kind of people, but they always thinking they the smart ones. You know, they think, well, you know, I wouldn't do all that work. You know, I wouldn't do. They always trying to get out of hard work. You know, they want somebody else to do it for them. They try to trick somebody else, but all the time they could be getting tricked. you know. And then you got the greedy people, you know, the consumers, you know, who, you know, they gotta have the latest iPhones. They gotta have the baddest ride in the world. They want to be materialistically uh, powerful, so people look up to them. By them, oh man, you know. And I'm gonna say this. Talking about game changers, I say Brother Sinetta was a game changer. I got to give it to him. Everywhere you go, you see Sinetta. You see Farrakhan too. On all YouTube. You go to metaphysics. You see something Sinetta did in metaphysics. You go to melanin. You'll see something he did in melanin. Whatever you type in, you see Sinetta or either Black News 102 or something like that. And you see Minister Farrakhan everywhere you go. You know. So on YouTube. And out of all the black uh, uh, people, that's on YouTube, you see them too a whole lot, or some of the Nation of Islam and so they hit on every topic, as far as this cyberspace stuff. I got to give it to them. They game changers. No matter what you think of the brothers, both of them, got criticism coming. But the ones that's criticizing, they looking for leaders all the time. They are messengers, communicators. Sinetta and Mr. Farrakhan. So, we need more game changers. More pioneers. And because the rest of the people, like what they call them, sheeple. They just being led by the nose anywhere. Just like that election, man. Just like, well, we Thanksgiving is coming up 2 days from now, and I got members of my family and members. Y'all know y'all do. We a select few, Even if y'all listening to me, y'all select a selected few, and I appreciate it, y'all time and energy for digging what I got to say. Some of y'all ain't gonna dig it. Some of y'all gonna dig it, but nevertheless, I got y'all attention. And on the next game changer video, we're gonna talk about the ones that is conformers and the resistors. And I want you to ask yourself, where do you fall in at? It's Black Light Out. Game changes. And the game don't change.